This is a video that I've created that's 8 minutes long about Newton's first law. Now, what I can give you as a directive in class, I don't want to lecture this. This would take an hour, managing behavior and everything, but I turn the lights down a little bit, I put this on the screen, I give you the directive of taking notes. I want you to take notes on this lecture, right? So while you're taking notes, because I've sort of cloned myself, while you're taking notes, I can take attendance. I can maybe check a couple emails real quick. I can certainly kind of pay peripheral attention to what's going on, and every once in a while say, okay, so in your own words, what is Newton's first law? And so the kid in the back says, object at rest will stay at rest, object in motion will stay in motion. Great, perfect. And I go back to organizing the classroom. I'm setting up the camera. Over here, I'm getting some markers ready for our next activity. While this is still going, still taking notes. And then a couple minutes later, when it's sort of, like we can stay attentive for just a couple minutes, I pause it again and say, great, why is acceleration considered a vector quantity? And somebody says in the back, because it's dealing with velocity, it has a direction. Excellent. So we keep going, and I keep going in my whatever. So this 8-minute video will probably be maybe 10, 12 minutes at the beginning of your class. And what's interesting about that, from an efficiency standpoint, so that lecture would have been 60 minutes, 45 to 60 minutes. Now it's 12 minutes, even with some pause points and some extra engagement. I am more prepared for my class. I've done attendance. I'm nice and relaxed, right? Now we've got 2 or 3 students in the class who, also I can manage behavior. If while this is going on, you are talking, I do some proximity control, see if that'll quiet down. If that doesn't work, I remove you from the situation so you stop distracting others, and maybe I put you in the back of the room to watch the video with headphones on by yourself. You start at the beginning, and your job is to take notes. We get to the end of this video, and now because class time is about group work, I put you in a group, and probably didn't get all of the notes, like it moved a little too fast for some people, and I didn't get all of them, but now you have groupthink going on. And those, if I forgot, what did he say about, did you get the acceleration part? Because we need that for our activity. And you say, yeah, I got that, and you teach it to me. It allows that transaction to happen. Now, if there's a student that just can't, they can watch and focus on this, but they're not going to get a whole lot from them. Once this video is over, you can put them at the back of the room to watch it again. It's 8 minutes. So they can get it twice and then join in a group when they're ready and they've watched it a couple of times. And this video is on YouTube, so if students need to, after the class is over, at any point, revisit it whenever they need to in the computer lab, before school, after school, at home if they have access, at a public library, in order to study for the test, the quiz, the EOC. They can review that whenever they need to. Watching this as many times as they need to process the information, and giving the teacher an amazing amount of flexibility just from in-class watching. Now, I will also say, from the standpoint of in-class watching, it's time to have them watch it outside of the classroom when most of them are coming in and being like, I already watched this last night. I don't need to watch this again in here. Okay, I've got I've got a device, or I figured out how to make this work. I see the power of what we do. I'd rather just spend the extra 15 minutes of class like doing stuff instead of watching this. That's your indication to move forward with what we call stage 2 of flipping, which is, yes, you can watch it for homework. And you have a couple of kids, you don't have access, you make accommodations for them.